Howdy partners. Alrighty guys, so if you're watching this video, that means my new plugin is out and released on my website, and this is going to be the install portion. So to install, all you have to do is come up to File, go down to Scripts, click Install Script UI Panel. I have mine on a folder on my desktop, so you just got to navigate to wherever you save the file. Click it, click Select, it'll install, then you just restart your After Effects. Okay, so once you restart After Effects, you're just going to come up to Window, go down to ghflow.jsxbin, click that guy, and it's going to open up an undocked panel here. In order to integrate it with your After Effects interface, we've got to grab where the name is. You can see it'll start having these bars open. You just got to drag it to a good spot you think fits, and I think I'll put mine right here. Then you can resize it by dragging on these edges here. I'm just going to drag it down, get it a little bit more small. Cool, so now we have it where we want it and we can start messing with it. I'm going to open a new project and show you guys a quick demo. Okay, so now we have our example project open, and I'm going to try to keep this as fast as I can, but also show you guys really how powerful this tool is. So the first button I want to use is the folder button here, FLDR. It just creates a folder structure. You click that guy, you can see over here in the project panel, got a whole bunch of brand new folders created. Now that it's created some sort of a structure for us, we can drag our footage into the footage folder, our comp into the comp folder, and we'll be good there. We can also do the audio in the audio. Alrighty, so that's the gist of it. It just creates a nice folder structure for the start of your project so you can organize a little bit better. The next button is the yellow button. It's pretty simple. It just changes any of the colored layers to yellow. And that's the gist of it. It can undo in one go if you just want to do one layer. I like yellow because it's a really distinguishable color. You can use it for sound design, certain types of effects or transitions, so on and so forth. And the next button we have here is the color button. It's just like the yellow button. It's just giving you all the options of color. So if you want to change your entire timeline layer combination to a specific color, you can do that just by doing that. It works on apply, and it works really good. The next one we have is the FPS button. So you can see over here we have two pieces of footage that are not interpreted to the proper frame rate. All we got to do is click them in the project panel, then you choose your desired FPS and it'll change it to whatever you want. And if you chose the wrong one, you just go back, so on and so forth. It's got all the ones I feel like are useful and that you would need. It also works on proxies. And if you have 60 clips here, it'll do it on 60 clips. It works with every single footage in the project panel that you have selected. So the next button we have here is the adjustment layer. This is one of the smart functioning buttons, but it just basically creates an adjustment layer above selected layers. So if you have one layer selected, you press it, creates an adjustment layer. You can do your certain effects or certain touch-ups and adjustments with that. If you want to do it above both layers and span it across, you click both layers, you click the adjustment button, and it will span them across. And it also works on other layers that are layered differently, do all sorts of variations, and it will work really well. So that is the adjustment layer button. So the next button we have is the text layer button. It works just like the adjustment layer button, except it's just a text layer. You can select multiple layers, click the text button, span it across, do what you need to do. It's always going to inherit the values in the character tab, so if your text is a certain size or a certain font, it's going to create that every single time you update it. The next layer we have is the null layer, and that is just like the text and adjustment layer. You can select multiple layers, span it across. If you just want one layer, do it over that one. And that's the gist of those ones. So the next one we have is the stabilize layer. And that is just going to add a custom warp stabilizer preset to the selected layers. It works on multiple layers or just one. In this case, if you just click the stabilize layer, you can see up here in our effect controls, it's got specific parameters already set. There will be more updates and more options in the future, so that's kind of the plan for now. So the next button we have here is the duplication button. Just duplicate selected layers. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just click the layers you want and it copies them right as they are. So the next button we have is the pre-comp one, and this one is pretty helpful. It's just like these smart layers, except it's for pre-composing. So if you want to just pre-compose one layer, click one layer, compose it, It's cool. Go to the next one, compose that one. If you decide you want to compose them both, do the same thing here, so on and so forth. It works really great. It's nice and smart. Just got to make sure that your frame rates in the preview panel and the composition are the same as your footage. The last button we have here is the 3D tracker button. If you have multiple layers selected or just one single layer, it's going to work on everything. So you could select multiple, click 3D tracker. When the effect applies, it's going to have detailed analysis already on, but every clip is different, so it might be better to turn it off. It just depends, but in most cases I just leave it on. So the next tab we have is the transform tab. So this is where you can do some transform adjustments. For scale, it's just a drop-down menu. You select the layers you want to adjust. You choose one of the preset values. You can click apply. In this case, we'll bring it to 50% because this is 4K footage in a 1080 timeline. So I can just have all my clips out, select them all, scale them accordingly. That works nice, and that works really good. So the next one we have is rotation as well. It just does your standard degrees. You can click apply and it'll work infinitely. These two here are pretty simple. You're just going to be flipping the selected layers on the X and Y axis. So it's just back and forth, up and down, so on and so forth. This guy here is the center button, and if you have something that's off center in the composition, then you can just click it and then click the center button and it'll snap it right to the middle and make sure it's all aligned. So this reverse button here is very specific. It basically swaps selected keyframes in place. So in this case you have one keyframe here, it's got a value of 100, and you have the keyframe over here, it's got a value of 50. If you select them both, click the reverse button, it just swaps them. So now this one's 100 and the other one's 50. If you want to go back, you just press it again. For now, this will work best when there's just two keyframes that you're trying to swap. So that's the reverse button. So the last button here is the frame blending button. When you're in a specific composition and you press the FB button, you notice here it'll turn the pixel motion frame blending on for every single footage layer, including layers that are in compositions. If you're inside of this composition and you press the FB button, it will only do those ones, but if you're in your main timeline and you press it, it'll toggle them off and on. It's basically just a toggle for the pixel motion frame blending setting. So for now, that is the basics of GH Flow. I've used this for the last year on lots of different projects, and it's available on the website now, which you guys can get with the link in description. I've already done one giveaway on my Instagram for a copy of the plugin. And now I'm going to do the second giveaway on the YouTube here. So all you have to do is comment the word flow and why you want it, and I can send you guys over a copy. Alrighty partners, that should be everything for now, so I hope you guys enjoy.